Hi, I'm Raven-Symoné, and this is my ET retrospective. Oh, The Cosby Show.
And everybody calls me Simone. Everybody. Some people call me some Raven and Olivia. And everybody say, Simone, Simone, come on, Simone. I said, I'm not Simone, I'm Raven.
Oh, wow, that was a lot. Don't remember it for many reasons, but I remember nothing from getting cast in the first big role.
I mean, this is the 35th anniversary of your first ET interview. What advice would you tell that Raven?
The 35-year anniversary, little girl. You got a lot. There's a lot that you're gonna go through. But you'll make it out, and everything's gonna be good. Listen to the universe. It never lies to you.
Mom was right, you do look like Grandpa, except your teeth are in your mouth.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Mark Curry is the longest co-star that I have ever stayed in contact with. Well, that and Malcolm Jamal. But me and Malcolm Jamal, it's like up, down, I'll talk to him here. But Mark is always in consistent communication with me, and it's been an amazing journey. He's like a uncle, a brother. Has always been there for my mom and myself, so love him. It's a special bond that you don't always get a lot on TV shows.
He's handsome. He can do lots of stuff. Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to buy my album out there. Take a peek while I kick a Dr. Seuss mix.
Surprisingly, I still know that whole album by heart. Literally, probably. You could pick a song and I could sing it for you. Don't ask me how that happens. I don't know why.
So, do you live around here? Yeah.
The Little Rascals. The fact that that's the shortest film debut ever, I'll take it. But I do remember being super excited to be in that film because Whoopi Goldberg was in it.
Freeze! Stop right there. Don't you move from that spot. What are you doing? What are you doing in the hallway this time of night?
Dr. Dolittle? First of all, I would wear those shorts right now. But also, I remember that scene and the way Eddie Murphy always fills in his lines and expands on the comedy. That's why I couldn't keep my face together. I didn't know how to stay still at that age. For that movie, I received a Yorkie, and I named the Yorkie Dr. Dolittle. So that was a good moment. Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. Listen, what was I? 13? Starting to uberly be aware of all of my roles and body. Let's put her in spandex. Let's do that. Let's start there. We were in space, there was a vision, and we executed it. And now it's one of the best Halloween costumes that you could possibly put on. So I will take one for the team. I did it one time again, and I probably won't do that again. I'm not a latex/spandex kind of girl. So, enjoy it.
This place has to be cool because, as we all know, it is a reflection upon me.
That's a raven! We're here, we made it! God, we had such a good time on that show. Actually, I auditioned for a show called Absolutely Psychic. I played the best friend. It got reworked, and then they were like, and I was like, I like that idea. But I was the youngest Black female to have a show named after her, and never wanted to leave Disney after that, honestly, because I learned so much, and so many stories behind the scenes, so many relationships, good, bad, ugly. It's in its own little time capsule. I can't say anything bad about it.
And I mean, I kind of think it's like a modern day Lucy Ricardo, like all the different shenanigans she was getting into and whatnot. Do you see those comparisons?
A lot of people have said that Raven Baxter and how I act remind them of Lucille Ball. And while I'll never say exactly thank you, I'll say that's very kind. Yes, I watched her throughout my whole entire childhood, and I watched Carol Burnett and Flip Wilson, and also filming at Sunset Las Palmas, which was actually the original I Love Lucy lot. But I will never say because it's too strong. Lucy is a queen, and I'm nowhere near. I'll be like, hi, Ma. You know what I mean? But I'm not. But thank you.
If he can't respect my art, he can't have my heart.
Cheetah Girls. I think the new generation would see how important it is for girl community. And this generation's already doing it, right? I come from a generation where catty girls and things of that nature, super bullying, and then my mom's generation is super the same way. And I think now it's starting to change a little bit. I think girls are more like, I got you, girl. And to be able to mirror that back in such a iconic, cool, innovative way that screamed Cheetah, I mean, I'd be a part of it. I think I saw on Northwest, she was a Cheetah Girl. I was like, how you know about that? You can come over here now. Come on down, girl.
If he can't respect my art, he can't have my heart.
Cheetah Girls.
Do you have a favorite song and dance number from either the ones you were in?
I love Strut Like You Mean It, Free Your Mind, It's Not. I love that song. I also like
Say it loud for me now, it's the dance break, time to work it out.
I like that because I finally got to rap. And I think that was the one thing that was missing in the other Cheetah Girls. Like, we never really got a good hip-hop moment. You know, it was always pop. And we don't talk about third. But yeah, we don't talk about number 3. It was great, girls. I loved it. Again, another moment in culture that gave girl power, that gave fashion, that gave songs. Like, very, very blessed to be a part of that, and can't wait to see what the future holds with that.
Raven, you can't just.
What do you think? All I said is I can't wait to see what the future holds with that. That's all I said. Disney Channel Circle of Life. You guys, I remember this day so vividly. We were all loving our life at that time. But like, we were all just like, hey, we're on television, dude. Let's make it happen. And then at the same time, teenage just weirdness going on at the same time. But I enjoyed it. It was great. Disney is a talent hub. And why not find the triple threats? The Shirley Temple's out here. We're out here trying to make magic every day.
Some boys can walk, some guys can groove, strike an elegant pose with a really hip clothes.
Princess Diaries too. I got hugged by Mary Poppins. I was hugged by her. She touched me.
And prize your heart of gold the way I do.
I don't think you understand. Every night there were maybe 3 movies in repeat. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Janet Jackson tour, and Mary Poppins. Mary bloody Poppins! Of course I'm not gonna say no. I never practiced so much in my life. My dad didn't have to tell me practice not one day. I knew everything. And I was still nervous. Crown and Glory. It's fitting. That was my crowning. I peaked. I peaked. For me. For myself. College road trip. I will always find a reason to sing in a movie. Every time. Definitely learned my lesson on how to be the straight man from Eddie Murphy. So I remembered and recalled. Working with Martin was a dream. He was so funny. I learned so much from him.
I think I remember reading that you roommate with Lindsay Lohan.
We had a lease together of 14 months. She came in the house 3 times.
Oh yeah, that journey. Love me some Lilo. Love Lilo. Loved her Christmas movie. Enjoyed it. Watched it a couple times. Honey, stitch in time. That was a moment in time.
Do you keep in touch at all or not really?
I DM'd her to come on the podcast, but she was out of the country.
Well, she's back now, so.
Oh well, Ansegert.
Yeah. Next we have The View.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about it.
Ugh. You should be respectful from the get.
Ugh.
But they were respectful.
Just.
Don't shush me. I said pachu. Do not. They were not respectful.
That was a learning experience. I learned a lot on that show. I learned a lot about what I should say yes to and what I shouldn't say yes to. I learned how to bottle my emotions real quick for camera as best as I can within certain reasons. You have to try out everything to find out who you are. I think it's very important that you do that for yourself, because going into it, but while you're growing up, your parents create this bubble for you of how they want you to be, your friends mold you, and then you have that moment, you're like, but what do I want? And the only way you can figure that out is to try different things.
Would you ever do a talk show or something like that again? No.
I probably would never do another talk show like that again.
Well, I know you think you're her favorite because she breastfed you until you were 8.
6.
Being a part of Blackish, again, really tickled my heart because it made me feel like the work that I had done in the industry was seen. Like, that is this generation's family show that I was on when I was 3 years old, in a way. And also to be able to play an open lesbian first time for me took a lot. Now, funny story, months before I said yes to that show, there was another show that wanted me to play an open lesbian. But they did it in such a way where I was offended. And so I said no, and I was like, I'll probably never do it, I'm not trying to really act. But they showed me this character, and I was like, yeah, that makes me feel comfortable portraying a Black lesbian that way. The Masked Singer.
That's a sad moment. I really wanted to win.
The idea of a Masked Singer was purely egotistically driven. I wanted to see if my voice was actually good enough. And was it my voice or was it my appearance that prevented me from getting further in the music industry? So it was kind of selfish. The universe was like, no, no, no. From then on, I swore to never ignore another vision again. Raven's home.
So what made you, after all this time of That's So Raven, decide to continue Raven's Home?
I needed a job. I'm just playing. Why would I ever leave Disney? You know what I mean? Like, they have done so many things for me, and I want to repay them, and now it's like this continuous friendship, business relationship because I believe in the family comedy. I believe in good comedy that doesn't necessarily need shock value, except if it's shenanigans. I'm old. I've been here for a minute. And I don't remember all of it, which is also sad, but like, I did a lot of stuff. And it's funny because I've lived it and I'm like, I haven't done that much. Like that's what I say to myself. I'm like, man, if you really count it, it's just not that much compared to some, and you can't compare yourself to others. And when you bring it in my face like this, I'm like, okay, let me go sit down, take a vacation. But I can't, I won't. I literally have a meeting after this. I don't want to stop. Debbie Allen proves you never have to, and I will use her an example. I will not stop. So I don't want to be crazy, so cut us out. But this was also the network that used to announce my birthdays back when they had a table. I felt so cool every time they said my birthday. I was like, Mom, I'm famous.
That is Raven-Symoné, who today turns 27.
So thank you for making me feel like I'm a part of Hollywood, because sometimes I don't.